What's up? This is the Vinyl Casket, home to the lamest taste. Home to the lamest taste. Where you check me out on Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok, where you can, all one word, the Vinyl Casket, where you can subscribe, like, and comment, hit the bell for much, much more. Sorry, I'm a little stutter here. This is something I never thought would be real, and it's probably not going to be that great because nothing from the MCU has been that great recently. But Disney Plus original miniseries Wonder Man coming Tuesday, January 27th. It is 8 episodes apparently, which is more than a miniseries. It's probably basically a series at that point. But super excited about this because obviously you don't know because you don't know me. I love Wonder Man. I know this isn't going to be good. I know this isn't going to be accurate. I know this isn't going to be what I've always wanted because I've never really wanted this because I never thought this would be possible. But the comic that got me into comics was the issue 1 of West Coast Avengers. And you're like, what, you're 31 years old. How the heck did you get into West Coast Avengers, a comic that came out in the late 80s? Well, my dad came home with a whole box of comics that he had found somewhere. That was very typical for my dad to just find stuff, scavenge the man, and it was full of 80s and 90s X-Men, full of West Coast Avengers and Avengers West Coast all throughout the 90s and the late 80s, and all sorts of other stuff, including Avengers, Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, stuff like that, right? And for some reason, I was polarized by West Coast Avengers, and I'll later be calling Avengers West Coast, to the point where some of my favorite characters are from that series. Moon Knight, The Thing, Wanda, Vision, War Machine, Hawkeye, Tigra, Mockingbird, Wonder Man, Silver Centurion suit Iron Man, Hank Pym in the red jumpsuit, U.S. Agent, what's her name? Carpenter, not Carpenter, the orange-haired Spider-Woman, Nighthawk, Darkhawk, like characters that really got like their push in this side series to the Avengers that I feel like people forget about. And now I know this current series and there's been reboots and redos and whatever, but that original series is my favorite thing ever. Okay, hit play. January 27th, by the way. First episode. Probably first two episodes. Okay.
Could you tell us more?
Everyone is tired of superheroes. There is an opportunity to reimagine a whole genre of stories.
Oh, that original suit.
So, what's this? Big audition you were talking
Oh,
It's a huge opportunity.
this fucking guy.
I'm auditioning for Wonder Man.
Did you hear about Wonder Man? I need to be in this movie.
Sorry, you crazy.
I was born to play this character.
That's Simon Williams.
Serious. But they are already talking to Leo.
All right, this is an interesting concept because Wonder Man in the comics was an actor. He's also, are they going to incorporate his brother as the Grim Reaper?
Say them.
That's not my process.
Well, the process can go blow a spider.
Guy's killing it in there, bro.
Where have I seen him before?
Pretty sure he used to be a terrorist.
They're going to talk about it?
Simon Williams, reading for Wonder Man.
Listen to me, Simon. The callback is happening now. Just be normal.
Normal man. The breakdown is go method.
Wild.
Mr. Kovac will meet you in the living room.
So you all here to meet Uncle in fiction and non-fiction.
That's tight.
We are going to make
Really good music in the trailer.
no one will have the balls to make another.
Action!
Any news from Kobe?
There is news you'll be the first to know.
Unless you call me again, in which case I will never tell you.
That's so. All right, so this is a little bittersweet, right? That's a really interesting concept, a really interesting take on this. It's something different and refreshing for the MCU. Yes, I know, I get it, right? The MCU's been kind of played out. It's kind of been stretched. They've been going on for years. It's getting to the point where, like, what are we doing, right? It feels like they're purposely failing to deliver that satisfaction that they did originally, where they weren't missing a beat. Every movie was pretty satisfactory and just gave you this weird satisfaction of like enjoyment and whatever. This is interesting. This is new. This is different. I like this concept. If you don't know, originally Wonder Man and his brother and his family had Simon Industries, Williams Industries, because he's Simon Williams. Williams Industries, it was a competitor to Stark Industries, and basically because of Tony Stark expanding and whatever, they went bankrupt, and they blame him for their family's company crumbling, causing his brother to spiral and this whole thing, and they became villains. And in this chemical reaction, he ends up becoming Wonder Man, and he thinks his brother's dead, but his brother's actually became the Grim Reaper. A weird take, I know. It's interesting. It's 80s comics. It's different. You just gotta go with it. It was cool. His suit was cool. He was a cool villain. He had the scythe hook hand. It was sick. Okay. Wonder Man starts off as an Iron Man villain who uses iconic, what's the word? Iconic? The same type of energy that shoots out of Cyclops' eyes is what his whole body is made out of. And when he's a full villain at one point, he's just completely made out of this ionic energy. Ionic, that's the word. Purple, whatever, right? But when he becomes a superhero, he gets this really interesting suit, which you saw at the beginning, which was green, red, and yellow. It's weird, whatever. And at one point, in that iteration, he had a jetpack because he couldn't fly yet. Don't know why. Eventually, he gets the traditional suits, which is black or blue with the red W. And at one point, he still can't fly, so he has jetpacks on his belt. Didn't understand that. But eventually, then he can fly. Wears the red shades, kind of like Cyclops. Ionic energy, I don't know. But he's super strong, and he has energy powers, and he's really sick, and he's awesome. Eventually, he becomes an actor, and that was like his thing for a while. He had a really interesting mini series. I like that, but now it seems like that's all people care about, is that he was an actor. So now they're remaking this movie about a fictional superhero, I'm assuming, because I don't think Wonder Man is a mentioned established character. It's just like a fictional thing that exists in the MCU. It's a fictional hero. It was like their comics. And this guy is going to try to be him. But I just read the description on IMDb, and that... Okay, I'm excited about it now. I read the description. What we just saw was just the lead up into the intro, the beginning of the show. But somehow he's going to accidentally get powers and then have to become his own superhero and take on the personality and the vision of Wonder Man. Okay, let's do it. I'm down. That's so cool. Wonder Man. It's not a mini series. It says mini series. It's 8 episodes. That's a series now. Super cool. Excited. Guys in the comments, are you into this? Are you not? I think it's interesting. I'm really excited to see how this plays out. Wonder Man, MCU, Disney Plus, coming out 8 episodes starting January 27th, 2026. Super hyped. Remember, guys, this is Von Casket, Home to Land Mistakes. You can check me out on Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. all one word, where you can subscribe, like, and comment. Hit the bell for much more, and do me a massive favor and stay lame.